Approach an epic Bob Dylan. We're walking on sacred ground here. It's one of the earliest Bob Dylan songs that I think really put him on the map. Great song, great lyrics, fairly simple, but I'm doing it with the pick because that's the way he did it. And I think he's got harmonic on there too. So it's in the key of D, but we're capo'd up, so we're going to call out the chords as they look. C, F, and G. That's it. 1, 4, 5, as many songs are. This one, the rhythm though, I want to get into like. You got to keep your wrist pretty relaxed on this one, you know, to get that Dillon. That's the way he strums, you know. He has a very relaxed approach to strumming. And you know, if you know anything about Bob Dylan, he almost never does anything twice the same way. But this one, if you want to play along with the record, we're in the right key, and these are the changes he hits, and the way he hits them. But I'm going to show you a little bit of alternate stuff because I tend to play it, you know, different ways depending on how I'm feeling that day. But I'll give you the bones of it, and you can, you know, take that where you will. So it starts out with the C, and there's a theme that runs through it that goes, and that's kind of a little typical Bob Dylan turnaround. So it's the verse goes C, F, that. It eventually gets to the chorus. I'm going to take that apart for you now, but that's the gist of the tune. That's how it goes. And you can have fun with it because there's a lot of, I'm going to show you a few moves you can do. But as far as the way the chords are struck, I just do the basic C chord. I don't worry much about the low E on this song in general. It mostly voices the interior parts of these chords. And when you do your F, you can do just, especially if you don't have to do a big bar chord, that's not necessary on this. Because you're really working mainly off the A, D, G, B string in the song. You can hit the high E as you like, anytime you like. But generally the voicing is really in that interior part of the chords. I like doing that. I'm hammering on the second fret of the D string. I like that feel. Now that I'm doing that same hammer on the 2 of the G. And if you don't know this, it's a handy one to have. A lot of songs. I like the sound of that. There's many ways you could do this. You could go. I don't know. I like hanging out here and just hammering. That to me sounds very Dylan-esque, and I had the good luck to play with him a few years back. And I'll tell you a story about that someday. Might even be something at jimmydillon.com, I don't know, but Jason's got that up there, but okay, whatever. But that being said, let's get to the bones of the thing. So if you're just doing a verse and you're going CFs, you know, again, to C, so to C to F to G. And that's where you can keep that low E in there. Okay, and I recommend using your pinky. So you got your third ring and pinky here. That type of G, because it's just easier to, was trying to make it easy on myself going from one to the other so you don't have to gyrate between this and that. So once again, the verse feel is, C, I'll take it slow. Now that's the first time that I hear that move happening. So that's a 3 on the D, 2 on the D, and then land on the G string. Oh, you can call it a man. That's pretty cool. I like that. So let's let that be the first time we do that little line there. So the first one is just C to F. Then C to F to G. And we'll do that move. Yeah, that works there. And again, using that form of a G. Yeah. And then it repeats. And again. So that happens in the verse, okay? Sleep in the sand. And it repeats that a few times. How many times must a man turn his head? And we use that move. Doesn't see. Now it goes back to the F. The answer, my friend. That's cool. C, F, and then here you go. Okay, that looks important. That's a 3 on the D. 3, 2, 3, 2, open, and then 2 on the A string to the C. That's important. Answers blowing. Got that? Sorry. That's a theme throughout. So that's primarily is a F, G, C. So G, and that B note or the 2 note on the A. If you think about it, I've heard that kind of lick happen so many times, and I can't think of one right away. Paul Simon, right? Something like the boxer a little bit. La, 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 la. Okay, a few brain cells left. I got that one. So that's "Blowin' in the Wind" by Bob Dylan, and there's really not that much to it other than getting that there was an album called The Freewheelin' Bob Dylan. I think that might be the album it's on. I don't know, but. I know from experience because I got to play with him. I did a thing with back in the day, and when I was with Clarence Clements, and we did a whole night together. And I noticed that that type of strumming, even if he's on electric, he does that real casual thing. It's not particularly like carefully done, carefully crafted, as they say. It's not like that. He really goes for the feel. So hopefully you can feel the rhythm of that. That's how it is broken down. I'm not a big fan of numbering things. I just get the feel, listen. Play along. Man, that's what I did. Play along with the record. I wore out those old Dillon records, man, for sure. So I hope you like that. Let's Blowin' with the Wind. If you want to see what I do and how I teach finger picking and all that good stuff, slide. Hit me up at jimmydillon.com/free if you want some free stuff, or just jimmydillon.com and come and visit me. I'd love to hear your comments. And I'd like to hear what you would love to learn, whether it's a song or a certain particular technique or whatever it is. Because there's so many things to learn that, like I mentioned here, that applies to all of our favorite songs, really, especially on acoustic guitar. Whether it's blues stuff, where you're... by the way, I'm working on a new blues project that I'll share with you guys down the road. Some fingerstyle blues on acoustic guitar, which I think a lot of people are into. So we'll see you down the road, and I hope you enjoyed Bob Dylan lesson. Bye-bye.